Ooh, an Ascendant deck. Lissandra's level mode is probably very good in a matchup like this against Azir if they're leveraging the Sand Soldiers. I don't know how aggressive I expect them to be. Both Renekton and Azir can be kind of aggressive, so I don't think I can afford to keep two Perseveriums here. I'm mulligan the Three Sisters. It's a card we want in the late game for some utility, I think. This is fine. Yep. Get counting down, eh? It's a nice one to pair with Lissandra. We're just gonna go ahead and drop the sentry here.
There. I'll spot him.
Last buys me a new sail. I will run you over.
I guess there's some value against the Shurima decks to holding our 2-1 like that, so that way we could play it as a way to grab Rolling Sands off of things. Seems potentially important. Go ahead and play Lissandra here. She's going to get vulnerable, but I've got another Lissandra in hand. I think that's fine. Makes their attack with Azir a lot less good. Just don't attack. Makes sense. And then... it's a pretty free open attack, right? Not gonna block, get our 2 points of damage in.
Let me hear you call our Emperor's name.
This card's really good.
I've waited millennia to hear your cheers.
+2, +2, +2 is like no slouch of a stat line. I think I'm just gonna pass here. And this lets me like play Darklorn Inquisitioner here along with Ancient Hourglass potentially.
How good to serve the Emperor once more.
So this is a 4/5. And if I shaped stone, it becomes a 7/6, so it could trade with Renekton. They probably are going to have Renekton crunch down on Lissandra, though, huh? I guess if they plan to hook Lissandra, that's fine, though, right?
It's time for you to prove yourself, my warrior.
I dare not serve any other, my lady. Destiny calls.
Oh, right, and he gets bigger when he challenges something. I think I want to kill Azir here. We take 4, 8, 9 here, down to 11. You're just putting extra damage on this? Sure. This damage is like not hitting my dome, so it seems good for me. So, if I want to be able to survive here, if I want this to trigger on this, I have to survive another turn, which I don't know that that's going to be possible. I could technically level Taliyah this turn, I just don't know that that really accomplishes anything. I guess we can Ancient Hourglass. Oh, this is only allies. Okay, so... Entomb is the one that does both, right? Is that her spell? Yeah, Obliterate a unit. Entomb is the one that gets it for that. I suppose I can Entomb this and then Taliyah the Entomb. And then I'll have 2 of these at the end of next turn. So this one's pretty likely to pop off. If we survive that long. And I'll have Taliyah plus... I'll have Taliyah plus these 2 as blockers. Let's do that. I don't know if this is good, but interesting at the least. It makes me maybe survive to get to here. Oh, and this actually levels my Taliyah too, right? Because she gives herself progress towards leveling up.
Onward, everybody! The horizon falls!
So that works towards leveling Azir. This is a pretty free attack, right? Because she's going to get 3 triggers. So this will die and I'll take 4. And she doesn't have overwhelm, so the rest of her things don't go. So this goes away, and then these 2 go away. Oh, they only come back as 4 2s. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. They're all the same thing all the way through. We're just gonna die to the. We're gonna die to the dino. We might die to the dino. Well, shoot. I guess we're going to 3. Yeah, and that goes to 9. And their Azir is almost ready to level. So, like, Azir, I think he counts towards himself when you summon him. Oh, I can copy this at least. Once they killed my Taliyah, and then this is gonna pop off both of these. Ooh, how is this gonna work? I don't actually know. Is this round end deal 2 damage to me? I mean, I hope that this gives me 8/8s. Alright, sweet. Alright, so those died, but I did get some 8/8s. Okay, sick. Open attacks? Feels like open attacks.
Dissident! Spears ready. Keep your distance.
Right into Gishin to counter all my things. That's gross. Do I want to change anything here? I have this. It doesn't seem particularly exciting. There's a graphical bug. Alright, so she's ready to level up. This is gonna go back to being a big thing next turn. I think I'm rate of calling here to draw a champion and see what we get. Yeah, so second Lissandra here is actually good because that gives me an Entomb in hand. Which an Entomb can give me the utility to and that only her level though that only gives my Nexus tough here, but it gives me the ability to target their stuff. And I think I'm actually this was bad sequencing on my part. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna write this as well. I could have done this in a better order.
Light the signal fires.
Do I want to stone weaving? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and Perseverium here and see what we draw. Do I want to predict? Probably. This is we're not gonna live long enough for this card to matter, right? And this is actually great because if I overwrite one of these with that next turn, this will pop off. Oh, I get an ice shard every turn with her too. I forgot about that. Well, I'm just gonna pass because the onus is on them to do something here. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, put this here, and I can put these here, and I can entomb you, and then click OK. Oh, brutal. Man, their last two cards. Pump spell, counter spell. Yeah, I guess there's nothing we could do about that, huh? Entomb seems like a really nice bit of utility. I wonder if I want to play actual copies of this card. This doesn't get me anywhere, right? This just gives me landmarks. This card, her champion spell really does not seem very good. Yeah, close game. Yeah, I think I want like some actual factual copies of Entomb. I guess I've got Three Sisters. It's kind of like a copy of Entomb. Quicksand is pretty reasonable too. I feel like Unraveled Earth is like an effect I probably don't actually need, which feels weird to say, but I feel like Lissandra Taliyah is leveling up pretty reasonably without this effect, and like my bench space seems like it's at a pretty big premium. I'm gonna go up a Three Sisters and up a Quicksand. Back into a game here. Misfortune Gangplank. Definitely mulliganing these two. Quicksand's probably fine. I'm gonna mulligan this too. I think we just need some of our early plays. That's rough.
Everything's in place.
I think we might be dead, fam.
No one's the wiser.
Alright, we're super dead. Maybe I'm not supposed to keep the quicksand. Maybe I'm just supposed to plug it, looking for our predict on one or a Turret 2. Card did they get through that first game? There's the 3 drop that reduces your countdown. Right? Am I thinking of... Was it Show Unknown? Did I craft him yet? When I'm summoned, advance your buried... Oh, this only advances the buried sun does 2 rounds. I was thinking it advanced any of your countdowns, but that's not true. I think I just want a mulligan better in a game like that last one. I don't necessarily want to change my deck after that. We got nine cheap cards. It's possible we want some like Avalanche or some of the landmark that deals 2 to everything at the start of the next turn. It also gains you 2 life technically because it heals your Nexus for 4 and then does 2. Let's see, small sample size in that one game against Pirates. Trundle, Lissandra. Rest of these seem fine. Early landmarks to drop into play. Getting Lissandra guaranteed on 3 sounds wonderful. Let's get her ticket ASAP. It's possible that this is too many of this effect. I might want like an Entomb over the 3rd copy for some utility. Obviously, Entomb's a lot more expensive, but the flexibility to tag your opponent's stuff seems like a big deal. Do I want to bump these into each other? They just passed? Alright, I'll take the burn on that. We're burning 1, they're burning 4. This seems great for the home team. Promising Future could be okay here. This is at 6 already. I guess we're still pretty far off of that. I'm gonna grab the Chronomancer here again. Our bench is getting kind of full as well.
Show me your worth.
Yeah, them having a frozen Thrall and us not seems like a not a good scene for us. So if I don't have an answer to this, it's going to kill our... It's going to pop this off next turn for them. Huh? It's probably fine. None of these seem great. I guess Taliyah's a way we can cut through their potential blockers here. This is just gonna die anyways, right? So let's just do it now. Oh, and then you know what? I can Rite of Calling this here, right? Because it's gonna die to this anyways. If they have like a Vile Feast or something, that's fine. I don't really need to draw the champion. She's at 4 out of 5 here already. Man, the bench space in these decks seems like such an important factor. Like I don't have room for any of my things at this point. Our hourglasses are just sitting here rotting in hand again too. I assume they're just gonna take a hit for 4 here. honestly, I think I might just be entombing their Inquisitor here. Just to prevent them from popping this off. This is fine, right? Huh.
King of Trolls coming through.
A lackwit with a stolen crown does not a king make.
So, if I promising future this and then Taliyah it in a few turns, it'll make a bunch of 8/8s, right? Because this creates an exact copy. We just take the hit here, right?
Come on.
So Taliyah levels.
Together, we are stronger than stone, faster than the wind.
And then her leveled mode, the Watcher cares about if you've had 4 things come into play, right? That costs 0 if you summon 4+ allies, that cost 8+. So yeah, so we say, okay. And then let's go ahead and open on attacks here. She gets 3 triggers. Entomb looking very good here again. We're gonna need to entomb this for 2 more turns. The tempo on entomb is a lot better than I was expecting it to be. The fact that it occupies a space on their bench for 2 turns also seemingly very powerful. So I basically just need to get through their next turn and then all of these pop off. Wow, are they throwing their Trundle under the bus here? That would be very good for us. These are dealing 2 each.
I wouldn't want to be in your shoes either.
Yeah, okay. Good night. Entomb this so it doesn't get these going any sooner.
Entomb!
These are troll lands.
What was given?
And we've got Quicksands here to wipe the Overwhelm off a Trundle next turn, right?
Shiver in your boots. Hail to the king.
And then yeah, I think we're just passing, right? Because like I'm getting a bunch of 8/8s at the start of next turn.
You will do as I command. Frost gathers.
Smashing.
think I just passed, right? Because I'm getting a bunch of 8 power things. If they want to pass, both these are happening. These both have promising future on them. Gonna be 30, 32 attack next turn. They're getting like these two back, but it's like not a big deal. Okay, so they're setting themselves up. I feel like they don't want a Ruination now, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and Lissandra.
I will bury the world in ice.
Oh, Lissandra, playing Lissandra means I get one less. Oh, that's awkward. I forgot about that perspective. Okay, so maybe that was bad. I wanted her to level up right away, but I forgot about her frozen Taliyah. The bench management aspect of these decks is really, really intense.
You will do as I command. More than mortal.
So now my Watcher isn't free. My Watcher would have been free if I would have played Lissandra this turn. I think we still just open attacks, right? Oh, and the lose keywords kept regeneration off of Trundle. That's really good for us.
Let's talk about your attack.
Kill. You got a problem? All in her name.
I've carved meat bigger than you.
So, I think I'd go ahead and Ancient Hourglass this. And then the question is, do I want to Quicksand here to save this? Probably not. I probably want to use this defensively next turn.
Feel the power of true ice.
And then this Taliyah can copy the Stasis statue here, which is going to get me another 8/8 next turn.
Come on, there's so much to see.
They don't have Ruination mana available. This is obviously never completing this game, so I'm going to go ahead and Chronomancer over here, I think. I would love a Shaped Stone on top of my deck.
I don't want to eat whatever woke you up.
And then actually, we're at 10, right? So I could just sacrifice a mana gem to draw a champion. And ideally, this is going to grab me a Lissandra to have an Entomb. There's the Taliyah we didn't want. Alright, so they get an 8/8.
Succumb.
Oh, it still has the minus attack this turn. That's good to know.
So much has been done.
I assume this doesn't work how I want it to work on here. Oh, I have this still. So we drew a champion, so they'll obliterate my deck, and then I'll get to put a Taliyah back into my deck. That's kind of funny. So just gotta keep her alive then? Just go to 2 here. I think that's fine. Oh gosh. Wow, I punted it. So if I could have played around Vengeance, right? If I would have put her here as a blocker. If I put Lissandra here as a blocker, so the reason why I'm dead is because this overwhelms. So I can hourglass here, but then I'm gonna die because I didn't block this. So if I would have blocked this, I wouldn't die here. Yeah, close game. So I could have done this to put a Taliyah into my deck so I don't deck out, and then I would have been able to open attack section and obliterate their deck, plus probably just push lethal damage. Yeah.
Well, that's going to leave a bruise.
Yeah, honestly, the way that play, I think I want some extra copies of it too. The ancient hourglasses have been a little bit more clunky than I care for. I don't know that we need Rite of Negation. You can see maybe that being a card that we give up. Shaped Stone's been kind of whatever so far too. It's an okay combat trick. I really want an Entomb. It's like an actual factual, at least one copy of Entomb, I think. Let's do 2 and see how they feel. Let's try the new cards. Hey, play a bunch of splits and see what feels good. Alright, PNZ, SI, Nasu, probably the combo deck, I imagine. And this is, you know, if this is the combo deck, it's actually another matchup where Entomb's going to be good, right? So the combo is you play the new PNZ card that lets you replace something with a, with another unit that costs the same costs. And so you make a 9-drop off of Ledros, you turn it into the Dreadway to double it up, and we could Entomb the Dreadway in response so we don't die to that. Obviously, just want to get Frozen Thrall going ASAP. Playing this card on one actually just seems quite absurd. Yeah, nice. There's the Lissandra already. Just get everything ticking, chat. Yeah, deal. This card's probably pretty good against whatever they have going on. The tough stat line on her seems really good. Not a lot of champions have tough.
I will
A really strong keyword. The Thermo Beam? The box! Even like a box plus a Mystic Shot? They trade like 2 cards and 6 mana for my champion. That seems like it would be a good trade for me. We'll just open attacks here. Yep, there's the Concurrent Timelines, the combo card we talked about, so I think I want to get some Predict going here. I would love a
Always
Taliyah.
rely on you to keep us safe.
When here's Doom Beast, so we get to create a different 3-drop, thanks to the Concurrent Timelines. Oh, they still get the trigger off of it. That's sweet to know. Does that make sense? This card turning Taliyah into a draw 2 seems really good as well.
I've been waiting for this.
This open attacks is lovely for us because it means I get to block.
Safe.
Then I get to go ahead and Taliyah, copy this Frozen Thrall. And then she'll be leveled and have good open attacks next turn.
This fall impedes all our plans.
Like debating if they want a combat trick to save their fortune. I mean, they must have been assuming this block. They must have assumed this block was going to happen, right? What you got, opponent? We're clapping Lissandra. Do I save her here? I think I save her here. So I can 3 Sisters a Fury in the north. And then this actually heals her, because this is gonna do 2 on the Get Excited. And then she'll be back to a 2/3 here. Sounds great. Run back the Doom Beast. Maybe they were in the take on that because they weren't sure what they wanted to do to enable the Nightfall and the Doom Beast. It'll make it detain eventually if they have a 6+ cost spell. That seems good. This can counter the skill off of Dreadway too. I think we just go ahead and Taliyah.
Let's put these rocks into motion.
She levels up.
My journey won't end until I'm through weaving.
I don't quite have the mana to Ancient Hourglass here. So she'll go to 2 on their turn, they'll go to 1 on our turn. It's pretty far off of attacking with Frozen Thrall. Honestly, I probably want to get my... I probably want to predict this turn, because I would really like to find our 5-drop that makes these pop sooner. It would just be the absolute best pull in our deck. Just a very lethal attack in a turn.
Embrace life.
Expect death.
Embrace life, expect death. Big mood, Kindred. Big mood. Quicksand sounds fine. Not amazing, but fine. So unfortunately, a lack of draw here means that we're not going to be able to drop our 5 cost this turn that we were hoping to find. So we're going to need to survive 2 turns to get to these Thralls. They're just passing. I can open attack with my Taliyah again.
We're falling rocks. Throw another rock.
Suspicious.
Sure? Oh, I guess this lets them do that to her. Oh, this is really funny, because they get the Nightfall, and they get different 2s. That's cute. That's really cute. Okay, so what if I Rite of Calling this? Since it's gonna die to Kindred anyways.
Cyrilda.
Get a replacement Lissandra, sounds good. And then I have Rite of Negation here, so I could just go ahead and play into a possible extinction next turn, it just doesn't matter. So she's ready to level. Oh, honey. They should have used the eye. This is round end. That's why I used the eye to check here. These came in at round end. Okay. Good check.
Ages pass, but I am eternal. Secrets hidden by frost.
Well, I mean, they can make a bunch of 2-drops, right? The Nightshade Stalker with the Parallel Timelines card seems like something potentially genuinely strong. You get these different 2s endlessly. Like that's neat. This is gonna be a little bit less powerful than what we have going on here, but neat idea all the same.
Embrace the combat.
Burn the stones. Hey, we're in.
Oh, I don't have a landmark. That's they're dead. Yeah, by the time you're like in this board state and don't have a landmark, it just like doesn't matter. Like, alright, I have a bunch of 8/8s.
Great day.
Lissandra, Trundle, Kindred. I mean, this hand seems great against another deck that's kind of slow, right? Can't imagine anything with these two is going to be particularly quick. Best possible draw probably being a Taliyah to copy this after we put Promising Future on it.
Nothing escapes
Ha.
my watch.
Yep.
For the homestead.
A dark cloud looms on the horizon. I will bury the world in ice.
Bury him in ice, baby. I guess this isn't even actually good here, with my board being as jammed up as it is. This card might be win more. Win more and just awkward with how our bench lines up. I guess I did also draw double Frozen Thrall this game, which didn't really help.
Frost gathers. Shatter.
Alert the village.
I don't really need the Thrall that this is going to be producing anyways, so we're definitely just jamming this turn. I suppose this is going away next turn, so like this will pop at my end of turn,
Come, my warrior.
and then I could put this on here to get 2 8/8s.
Die for you alone, my lady.
My lady. Okay, and then I put this here to get 2 8/8s to attack with next turn. This is our actual Entomb. That's Lissandra's Entomb. We gotta back up Sandy. I am unfortunately 1 resource short of being able to play Promising Future and a second Dark Inquisitor, should they be able to kill this one.
Come, my warrior. Show me your worth.
I live and die for you alone, my lady.
Embrace the cold. Ages pass, but I am eternal.
I am eternal.
You will do as I command.
Man, Entomb pulls blockers out of the way for crunching through as well. We'll see harsh winds happen here.
Submit to the cold.
Shatter.
So if I do this, it's gonna be lethal, right? Yeah, because it does 1 to each of these and 1 to their nexus, which lets these overwhelm for extra. So we'll start here with the free ice shard and see where they go from there. I can both Entomb and Three Sisters for a Fury in the north. I think this is fine, right? Oh wait, is this exactly lethal if I entomb this? It is, right? If I do this here, they die? Yeah, it's exactly 20. Because it's 8, 8, 3, 1. So 16, 19, 20. I can technically do 3 more points of damage with the Three Sisters, conveniently. I still says they're dead, right? So we click OK. Oh yeah, because they're at 20, they can't heal above 20. It's like they're healing, right? I've been playing a lot of Magic again recently where you can go above 20. But wait, they're healing. Why are they still dead?
Feel the power of true ice.
Okay, sweet.
All is still for now.
For now. I was worried when we found out this afternoon that Taliyah's triggers don't work when she dies removed from combat, that she would not be reasonable, but abusing her enters play effect with these other cards seems really good. I think I'm full mulliganing here. I think finding a early Thrall or early Lissandra seems really important here. Yeah, this seems great. We get to Thrall on 1. Seems really important against what this deck is doing. This is an aggressive emote here, but I like it. Alright, let's try and predict for our what's it called? Our champion? Second Dark Inquisitor, or first Three Sisters. It honestly could be right to just take Ancient Hourglass here, just because that effect is so useful at protecting our Inquisitor. Sisters. I wish there was a nothing option. So the predict mechanic is very comparable to Scry in Magic, but one thing that Scry has that predict doesn't is with predict you have to take one of the options that you get in front of you. Whereas like when you're scrying in Magic the Gathering, you can just like, no sir, I'm not happy with any of these, I'll take a random card. And the inability to take a random feels like a big deal.
can see the Nebastian border from here.
Attacking for 4 here, and then drop this. Make a couple of spell mana. We'll be able to drop this next turn right on curve, which is nice. Draw another card here. Started putting my desk up there, and my headphone cord got caught under the wheel of my chair. It's actually the first time that's happened, which surprises me. What did they do? They just catalyst again. Alright, deal. We unfortunately won't get our Thrall from this, but we're gonna get a thing from this turn, and we're gonna have really good open attacks next turn. Unfortunately, we didn't have that one turn sooner. And then if they block here, I can actually Three Sisters and pump whatever they block. So I have 8 mana total. So I can Three Sisters, get Fury, and then I can Fury here, and I can Hourglass here. They could have Troll Chant to save Trundle. They're just glimpsing Trundle. Yeah, that's fine for me. A crazy amount of tempo for us here. Do I want to get this going? Is it worth being down a mana to get this going? I don't know. So next turn is the difference between, I'm going to go up to 7, so I'd have 8 mana next turn versus 7. 8 and 7 are pretty similar next turn. Let's get this counting down, especially with this in hand. We have 9 mana. Hopefully they just try and Ruination us, and we like write a negation and get them. Avalanche. Yeah, I think that's fine, right? Need to draw a card and then clear out some of my poopers on the bench. But yeah, we have leveled Lissandra. Sign me up.
I will remind the world of true power. All things grow cold.
In dreams, she beckons.
That's pretty good. So that gets to happen for them, unfortunately,
You
for
will
us.
do as I command.
That's a Taliyah. I could potentially kill them with a combination of Entomb plus right here to protect it this combat, though. Let's attack like this and see what happens.
Kill all in her name.
This is 6 out of my 11 mana. Gonna put them to 3. Seems fine. This puts them to 2. And this might encourage a ruination now.
Ages pass, but I am eternal. I will bury the world in ice.
It's a 2 out of 4. Alright, so this no longer kills their Nexus, but it kills these two.
Feel the power of true ice.
So if I hourglass this, I can then Taliyah this. Which means this is going to be...
Is everyone okay?
We just get punked out. I think we just got punked out. This isn't a skill, right? It's just attack, obliterate. Man, that's super unfortunate. That feels really terrible. I guess if I hadn't gotten aggressive with my... This also is 0 cost. I guess if I hadn't gotten aggressive with my Entomb last turn, maybe we're okay here. But even then not, right? Because they summoned these 2 things, which makes this free up here.
The ice is melting.
Yeah, we're just dead.
My journey won't end until I'm through eating. If I stumble, I have the earth to catch me.
It feels like we played this a couple of times, and it feels like our deck's pretty far ahead here if we don't get punked out by exactly this. So I probably play in a way to prioritize not dying to this effect. Seems tough though, especially if they're playing the 8-drop. Because like the 8-drop, you can't even just have a removal spell or a stun for, right? Because the 8-drop basically makes the one in your hand free as well. So it comes into play and then it makes the one in your hand free, so you have to be able to deal with both of them. Excuse me, both of them. Which seems not great. I'm gonna full mulligan here. They're playing discard aggro. I'm glad we're going to see an aggro game. See if we have any of the tools possible to stay alive here or not. This as a turn 1 play seems very crucial. Hopefully it finds us a turn 2 play. I think if we hadn't found a turn 2 play there, we'd be in a lot of trouble. But the fact that we did, wow, no 1-drop from them is huge for us as well. So remember, this is going to turn into a 2/2 here next turn, which is great. No blocks. Supposed to take that block there. Lissandra. Rats, never lucky. It could be that I'm supposed to take that trade there against a crowd favorite deck.
The sun's out, the crowd's ready. Let's rock it!
We have 5 resources here, so I get to Sentry plus Quicksand, which is nice.
Oh, it is a great day for a reckoning. I guess we're really doing this.
Ready the torches.
We get to draw 2 cards off of these. I'm gonna go ahead and play this as a gain 4.
Someone get a bomb.
Okay, well, this is guaranteed to be a Lissandra now. Am I giving up a mana crystal to do that? I feel like I am, right? Oh wait. Before I do that, I want to play this, right? So, because I think this says destroy one of your mana gems. I'm pretty sure it'll destroy one that's already been used. So we'll stay at 4 here, I believe. My understanding? Yeah, okay, good. And then I get to do this and bank a mana into next turn.
Stick your lip out and give 'em puppy eyes. Trust me.
So I can Taliyah, copy this, or I can Chronomancer plus Quicksand. Like it's gotta be Chronomancer plus Quicksand here. I guess it could depend on if they open attacks too. It's probably wash either way. Probably impact the board twice either way. Except they don't open attacks, it means they're developing their board more. So they're probably trying to decide, do they want to develop or do they want to push here? Taliyah is a 3/5 when she's leveled. It's like a pretty decent stat line.
I don't wanna.
I think it's just this. I think it's try and take 4. They have vision here. They get to trade with my Lissandra, which isn't great for me.
Who's a good hunk of junk?
Oh, they're gonna level in response. Oh, and vision. All right, so probably dead. We're taking another 7 here, and this is dying, and they still have all of these. They're getting a rocket next turn. None of these seem particularly good.
Whatever woke you up.
Yeah, we're super dead. Let's try one more before we call it an afternoon. So far, I feel like there's some really novel things that this deck is doing, but none of them feel particularly powerful enough. Like it feels like the SI Lissandra deck went over the top of us with a combo kill we couldn't really interact with, and the discard aggro deck just went really hard underneath us in that last game. Okay, I mean this is a pretty good 1-2-3 curve here. I feel like the one thing I would give a lot for in Runeterra is the ability to reorder my hand. Both Mythgard and Magic's digital clients let you shuffle your cards in your hand around. I keep like trying to do that just like unconsciously and just keep going like, oh wait, it won't let me move that. Am I trading? I'll say no for now.
All things grow cold.
I hate having to put my face on.
Then I get to quicksand this turn.
Ready the torches.
Foolish child.
Light the signal.
Or LeBlanc. Honestly, extra on Lissandra's probably fine.
We ride for Noxus.
It's a cute 5/4.
Come, my warrior. Show me your worth.
I live and die for you alone, my lady.
He lives and dies, chat. Lives and dies. So, this is gonna be an 8/8, this is gonna be a 2/2. Then I have Entomb up as well this turn. In addition to my 4/5.
See the world from behind a basilisk.
Oh, I guess this means I can't Entomb playing this out. That might be loose.
I don't want to meet whatever woke you up.
It is me!
Yeah, I deserve that.
Run him down.
I give you masters!
Okay, so... Block... 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 Go to 7? Yeah, I mean, I think that's the play, right? And we're hoping to not get burned out.
We can always rely on you to keep us safe.
I could drop Taliyah overrating this. I'd rather just attack.
I'll handle this myself.
It is time for you to prove yourself, my warrior.
So we have double Entomb available this turn. Oh, her giving our Nexus stuff could actually be really relevant here, right?
Succumb.
Okay. Little like it's not life game, but it's a way to stabilize here in the late game. Farwing. Yikes. We survived this with the Entombs, right? So I get to go Entomb you. They have no mana.
Listen to me.
Brilliant.
If I play this, it kills my Dark Inquisitor, which isn't good.
I am everywhere. I am everyone.
Level up animation is sweet. Too bad she's ephemeral.
You will do as I command. The Frost Guard rule the Freljord.
Let's do one more and then we'll call it a day. Jarvan, eh? I'm definitely in for ancient prep on one. I'm mulligan the rest of these, looking for our frozen Thralls. Yep. Never not Thrall on one when we have it. So we're playing this next turn regardless. Their deck's kind of aggressive, looks like at a glance. I feel like it's probably just Quicksand. It could be Taliyah. So maybe it's Taliyah. I've got promising future with this. This could be wrong. They could be too aggressive for this Taliyah setup. It's not super aggressive, so that's nice.
A dark cloud looms on the horizon.
Hey, and there's a Quicksand, nice. Pretty free open attacks here. Rate of negations felt a little bit awkward so far in the games that we've played. Let's see, going down to just one of these. We have other tricky things that like protect our stuff.
All will die.
Promising future here. And if we draw our Thrall card next turn. So he's gonna get bigger when he hooks her. That's fine. We're not gonna need her effect to win this game if we get there.
Come on, there's so much to see.
3, 2, 1. Oh well, that was just the best draw in my deck, right?
I follow the Freljord's truth.
Distance means so little when family means so much.
And again, seeing the effect of that double up card here, like the double up card actually doesn't even matter because of my bench space issue. So like I'm gonna summon technically 4 8-drops here, but 2 of them are gonna get burned off. I think that's probably a card that's gonna get cut from this. Well, spoke a bit too soon.
Like threading a needle. Throw another rock.
To attack here at least. They have another combat trick? They have like second sharp sight. Even if they sharp sight here, these trade, right? And that's like a fine trade for me. I feel like they just want to take 9.
Sturdy blades, custom made.
Are they elite? An elite deck? Really? They're like elites that just like happens to be playing Ricketon? Sting.
Cut them down.
So
No surrender. Face your end.
we don't prevent him from leveling even if we quicksand him. We will prevent ourselves from taking a little bit of a hit though.
Till the day I die.
If I just say okay here. I think that's the case. I think I'm just not using my mana. I'm just like passing because on their next turn I'm gonna get 4 8/8s, right? So I think I'm just passing. And like if they have a rally, I have my counter spells. Destroy one of my mana crystals, please don't. Oh, I don't have to target, right? It just counters all of it. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Oh, there's a visual bug. Right? I think we saw this earlier. When Rite of Negation happens, the icon stays up in the middle. I'm pretty sure this is a visual bug. That's asking my opponent if they want to end the turn right now. Yes. Okay, sick. 32 power. Your move, Yugi boy.
Our enemies will know fear, Father. Teach them respect, and perhaps peace will follow.
Challenger and Scout. Okay. I'm at 9. Think I'm just passing here. Seeing what they do. 'Cause I have a bunch of 8/8s. Is barrier considered a... Is barrier considered a positive keyword? I guess we're gonna find out. Looks like it. So we replace that, and then this is gonna turn into an 8/8 here. We have solid open attacks here, and we have Radiant Negation just in case anything were to go sideways. We also have 3 sisters now. All things considered, this deck's definitely neat. I feel like the match where we got run over by the discard aggro deck is probably a pretty average case scenario for what this deck is doing. I feel like looking at our curve here, I probably want to have some cheaper cards that play to the board more. So like Radiant Negation was okay in some spots, but like Entomb and Ancient Hourglass gives us some play in some of those same spots as well. Honestly, 3 Ancient Hourglass might even be a little bit much. Rate of Calling was like okay in spots and worse in others. A lot of the time when I was using Rite of Calling, I was hoping to fish up Lissandra to get an Entomb anyways, so I'm actually not completely sold that I want this effect in my deck either. I feel like I probably just want some cheaper things that play to the board early to allow me to like not die. Honestly, I could see where is it in terms of threes? Kindly Tavern Keeper is obviously a great Thrall card, but there's the new predict card, Psy Scout. I could see Psy Scout being a card that we're interested in playing because like it felt like getting to Dark Inquisitor on curve was something I was super interested in doing in a lot of the games. So I feel like that's what I would want to try. I would want to try and improve the aggressive matchups a little bit. So I feel like those three. And then maybe a Rite of Negation or a Promising Future. This card was okay in some spots. It let us really high roll, but I don't know that it's good enough that I ever want to draw two of them. So perhaps we like do that and we like add a couple of Psy Scouts and a couple of Tavern Keepers. Was like in terms of curve, it's not bad, right? So we've got 9 good 2-drops that we have that play out. Well, this one doesn't technically play to the board. And then we have 6 proactive ones that we don't mind playing out on the first turn. So yeah, this is what I'm probably going to poke at some more. Maybe we'll play it on stream tomorrow morning to start. Thanks everybody for stopping in to check out some YouTube only content, and I'll see you live soon.